My name is Devi and I am in 5th grade. My name is Rowan and I am in 1st grade. We technically live in Singapore, but right now we're temporarily in America. Yeah, we're temporarily living in America now.
Hi, my name is Aurelia Pasternak. I'm in 5th grade. I live in Bolivia and I've been learning online for 3 weeks.
Hi, my name is Levi.
And I'm Noah.
I'm in 6th grade.
And I'm in 8th grade.
We are in Bend, Oregon right now, but we actually go to school in Accra, Ghana. I've been doing online learning for about 6 weeks.
Hello, my name is Delphine. I am in grade 8 and I live in Santiago, Chile. We have been doing distance learning for about 5 weeks now.
Hi, my name is Simon. I'm in grade 11 and I live in Dubai. I've been online learning for about 5 or 6 weeks now.
My name is Josephine. I am in 4th grade. I live in Amman, Jordan. And I have been learning online for 3 weeks. Hi, my name's Alani. I'm in 3rd grade. I live in Santiago, Chile. And I've been in distance learning for 4 weeks.
Hello, my name is Ethan. I am in 10th grade right now, and I currently live in Shanghai. I've been online learning for around 13 weeks.
Hello, my name is Santiago. I'm grade 7. I live in Dubai. I've been online learning for around a month and a half.
My name is Ben Crosby. I'm in 12th grade, and I've been learning online for 4 weeks now.
Okay, what's your name?
Sterling?
And what grade are you in?
1st.
1st grade. And where do you live?
Bangkok.
And where's Bangkok?
Thailand.
Okay, and how long have you been doing online learning?
Almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months.
What is your name?
My name is Max.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 3rd grade.
Where do you live?
I live in Santiago, Chile.
How long have you been learning online?
I have been learning online for 5 weeks.
Hello, my name is Eliza Levitt. I am currently in grade 11 and I live in Brussels, Belgium. My school and I have been online learning for 6 weeks now.
What is your first name?
My first name is Mia.
And what grade are you in?
I am in 2nd grade.
And where do you live?
I live in Santiago, Chile, Lo Barnechea.
And how long have you been learning online?
I've been learning online for 5 weeks.
My name's Sophia, and I'm in 7th grade.
My name's Eva, and I'm in 5th grade.
We live in Switzerland, Basel, Ash, yes.
Hi, my name is Maddox. I'm in 6th grade. I live in Amman, Jordan, and I've been learning online for 3 to 4 weeks.
My name is Carlotta. I am in grade 11 and I live in Brussels, Belgium.
Hi, my name is Leroy. I'm in 1st grade. I live in Santiago, Chile. And I worked at home for weeks.
I heard that I was going to start learning online. I thought we weren't going to be learning online. I thought we were going to be just having a big, giant weekend.
This is going to be weird.
When I first found out I was going to learn online, I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it wasn't ideal, but I didn't really know what to expect just because something like this had never happened.
I think I was more surprised when we found out because our school was let out on that day and I thought we were going to go back after that weekend ended. And then my parents said that we're gonna have online school, and then they said we have to evacuate. So I think I was more surprised when we were told that.
When I first found out I was going to learn online, I had mixed feelings. I didn't know exactly what it would be like.
It was gonna be crazy because I was gonna do like
math all day and school all day, like so many things.
When I first found out I was going to learn online, I thought like, oh no, because I like learning in school better because we get to interact with our teachers and friends.
I thought that it was a pretty exciting thing. Also, it was going to be demanding. I already had that in mind because it would be demanding on me, especially just because I have pretty bad organizational skills. So I knew I had to get my stuff together.
Everything about online learning is that I don't have to get up as early, and that whenever I'm too stressed, like my parents can help me, and my cat, and I can like take a break. I can just take a break and walk away from the computer. When in real school, you have to stay at your desk. And
What I like of having classes in my house is that my mom and dad could see my work and they help me improve my work.
What I like about online learning are you can structure your schedule any way you'd like to. So apart from the Zoom calls that you have to do, after Zoom calls, if you want, I can do a little bit of my work and choose to take a break. From like if I wanted to do my work from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I could do that, but then I could take a break, which is not something you can do in school, and I really like being able to do that. And so that's one of the positives about online school, being able to structure your day.
I found the first 2 weeks I actually quite liked them because I felt like very free, like that I could because I didn't have to stay in a subject once I'd finished it. Like
Some things I like about online learning is the independence given to us and the ability to communicate with a teacher one-on-one because they're always available. And yeah, I really appreciate that.
Things I like about online learning are that like we can do everything on our own time so that we don't have to only have 45 minutes for each thing. Maybe we can take really slow on one thing and really fast on another.
Some things I like about learning online is that it gives you the freedom to, and this is in my school at least, it gives you the freedom to be able to take breaks whenever you want and just like not do everything at one time.
So I like how we can communicate with people in online learning and like on Seesaw and on Zoom calls.
One of the things that I do like about online learning, however, and about social distancing in general is how close I've gotten to my family, just because we're sort of stuck together. We have played a lot of games, had a lot of funny moments, laughed a lot, and I think that's definitely a positive.
I think I really like how you can, for me, this is just personally, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I tend to not really like to work at a desk because it just, I don't really like it. It's like everything's so hard, you know? But I like to work on the floor, you know, on the carpet or something, nice and soft, and I have lots of space. So I think I'm really learning how I learn best now that I have online learning and I can discover different learning spaces.
Okay.
My hardest part is that I can't see my teacher and I want to see my friends in school.
it's just not working with as many people, like just not working side by side them and not seeing them.
I think just like the fact of not like, you know, having these kind of personal interactions with both teachers and classmates. It's, you know, it's you don't even realize how big of a part of the school experience those are until they're not available anymore. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest challenge.
Are there things? And some of the biggest challenges for me is that I can't just raise my hand and ask the teacher for help.
I think getting explanations from a teacher is quite a challenge. It's more independent, but also having a teacher explain online or on a screen is just not the same thing, and it doesn't feel the same, and I don't feel like I'm getting the same learning.
My biggest challenges our hardest parts for online learning is it's kind of hard for me to get everything done because to me it seems like a lot of work.
Already hard for kids who are new to all this technology and being on your iPad so much. You know, it's like in the Google Doc, it's on the Seesaw, it's like confusing, and then there's links that you have to type in, and then certain stuff that they don't mention in the Google Meet that are in the docs, and then it's just very spread out, so you have to spend like 50% of your online learning is just finding out what you're supposed to do, and if it's really complicated and difficult to find it, you know, it messes up your learning because then you're just busy like, oh, am I doing this right? Do I have the right information? Is there any more stuff that I need to do? And it just distracts you from what you're supposed to be doing. It distracts you from the learning.
And into a routine of getting up early because we live really far west. So we have to get up pretty early at like 5. So that can be hard. But
I think it's been the same for me, except I've been having about 2 or 3 Zoom meetings every day at around 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I have about 4 hours of work after that, which is kind of stressful. So that's kind of how it's been for me.
So one of the hardest parts for me is knowing when I have to change my behavior, if that makes sense. So whilst in class, you have to have a sense of professionalism, I would say. You have to have a certain behaviour that must be upheld during that class, but that isn't felt at home as much, or at all, it depends. You know, when you're at home, you're normally relaxed and comfortable, and you don't have the same headspace as you would be, or you would have in a classroom. So when online schooling started, I did feel as though I wasn't learning at the same level I normally did. And I think that now it was because I wasn't acting like I would do in class. Like maybe when I was on the call, I was working as I would be in class. But afterwards, when I would do my own work, even if it was still during class time, I wouldn't be thinking I was in class because of that home environment. And I think that was really hard for me to like get used to. But in the end, you know, now that it's been a while, it's a lot easier to, you know, stay on task and stay professional.
She knew that I miss going back to school. I wish my teacher knew that I'm kind of having trouble with my online learning, and that I am I'm kind of like struggling to like finish my work.
I wish my teacher knew that I miss her a lot.
I wish my teacher knew that we need as many breaks as possible in order to keep like the right mental state in order to get our work done and stuff like that.
I wish my teachers knew that although a certain assignment may be a certain amount of time in the classroom, it takes a lot longer at home just because of what I was saying. It's hard to get started, and once you do start, it's hard to keep it up till the end.
Something I wish my teacher knew is just my organizational skills aren't the best, and it's harder now, especially that I'm online learning, because there's just so many distractions around me.
I wish my teacher knew that we need more guidance. I do feel like most of the times we just kind of have a checklist of things that we have to complete for class, and it's in the very long term. So we do need more, I guess, specific things that make sure that we're on track. So yeah.
Do not give the students too much homework.
Okay. Try and cut down on subjects because, as I said, like, if you're saying that it's going to take 45 minutes, it's probably going to take 50 for some people.
Yeah.
So I'd say just, like, cut it down because it usually...
Keep doing what you're doing pretty much, but don't forget to make it like still kind of fun for kids.
And what
my advice for teachers is that not everyone has the same resources or support or like same time than other people do. So it's like real school too, but like if you need a special type of paper or a special image that you need to print out, some people don't have printers at home, or some people have to do a lot more activities after school, so they don't have time for homework. Yeah.
Give short day-by-day assignments, even if it is leading up to a big project, just because I think that's much easier than giving a lot of work over a long period of time, because that all gets pushed to the end, and I think doing it day by day is much better.
I would tell them that I understand that it's hard for you to do this, and it's hard for us, so we just need to work together on solving this and just like balancing the workloads. Yeah. If I could
I'd say to give a way more structured timeline instead of saying this big thing is due in 2 weeks, kind of divide that up into small due dates so that students have more structure, I guess, so you know when you have to get little things done, because many students lack motivation and then procrastinate until the end, and then you're kind of stuck with a big workload at the end of 2 weeks that you haven't started even looking at. So I do guess I wish teachers just kind of like set small tasks throughout the timeline that they needed done, instead of just saying, oh, this big thing is due in 2 weeks, get it done.
Teachers some advice, I would tell them to really prioritize their Zoom calls and plan them so that they're pushing out a lot of information that is helpful for students. Well, I would also say make the Zoom calls engaging, because a lot of times for some of my Zoom calls, I'll just be sitting there listening to them talking, and it's not very interactive. You just sit there and you don't retain a lot. I don't retain a lot of information, and I feel like I've wasted 45 to an hour of my time just sitting there.
Encourage your children. Give them all the help you can get, because I noticed with my parent like helping me, and my parent's like working most of the time, you know, but like even though like those little spots where they're like checking in on me and being like, you can do it, you're doing a great job, because it's difficult, you know, it's hard. These changes are new and they're difficult. So if you encourage your child and give them all like just, you're doing a great job, you know, and motivation, like, you know, I don't know, like we're having like your favorite meal for dinner tonight, like see if you can finish it before dinner, you know, you're doing a great job. Just that, those little like encouragement like sentences are just so helpful.
Parents should try and work on their kids to try and structure the time wisely, like structure when they're going to have a few solid hours of work, but also put some time into for them to just relax and do some of their own things during this time, because if it's just schoolwork, everyone, including myself, we would have heavy fatigue, and you need to work in some time to just be yourself and do things that are relaxing for you.
So just like any free time you have, do your like work that you need to do, and like when they feel like they got it, just remind them to check the steps just in case, and if they ask for help, just help them out, and then when they're done, just go back to do your work.
And if I could give parents some advice, I would tell them that if your kid says they're done, they're done.
My advice for parents is don't be like really hard on your kids. It's actually a lot of work.
Great. Their children motivated to be active, because even if it's a pain to like do a workout in the middle of the day, by the end you feel much better if you did, as opposed to sitting at your desk all day.
some advice I have for my parents is to not interrupt us while we're working and not try and move us around a bunch while we're in one spot. And yeah, that's probably it, because sometimes I'm working in one spot and then they have to go down there and do their work, so I have to go back up to my room and then I can go back down there, so I just keep on switching, and it's like making me sidetracked. So yeah.
Maybe like play with us more for my parents.
Is there anything?
If I would give parents some advice, I would tell them to make sure you talk to your kids. I know that most parents work and that they have their own work to do during the day and perhaps even after the school hours. So they might be very overwhelmed themselves. But I do think that communication is really important, and that this communication is not only for kids to talk about their worries and problems or achievements, but it's also for parents to talk, because otherwise who else are they going to talk to? So yeah, I think that's really important. Thank you.
I really want to say everybody's doing a great job, even though like nobody's perfect. Yeah, there's some stuff, like it's all spread out, or like, sometimes it's really difficult finding stuff, and then there's also like, sometimes you need help but you can't get it. There's some parts that are hard, but we're doing our best, and I think we should all keep this up, and if not, do even better, because we're doing a great job.